Hello, my name is Walter Stone, and I teach math at North Shore Community College. In this example, we have that Lance's car travels 243.2 miles on 16 gallons of gas. In Part A, we are answering the question, how many miles per gallon does his car get? And in Part B, we ask how many gallons of gasoline would he use if he drove 380 miles. So in the first problem, we want to know how many miles per gallon, and that's called a unit rate. And one thing I can do is I can divide the number of miles by the number of gallons. This will give us miles per gallon. So if I do that, I divide 16 into 243.2. What I see is that 16 divides 24 once with a remainder of 8. 16 divides 83 5 times, and 5 times 16 is 80. So we get a remainder of 3. I bring down the 2. 16 times 2 is 32. I float the decimal point into the tenths place, so this will be 15.2 miles per gallon. So once again, I divide the number of miles by the number of gallons, and that gives me 15.2 miles per gallon. In Part B, we're asked how many gallons of gasoline would he use if he drove 380 miles. What I can do is I can divide the 380 by the 15.2 and get the number of gallons. If I take miles divided by miles per gallon, I can do some unit analysis, and this is miles times gallons over miles. It's like dividing by fractions, and the miles will cancel, and that gives me gallons. So what I need to do, I need to take that 380 miles and divide it by the 15.2 miles per gallon. I need to multiply both sides by 10. I need to multiply the divisor by 10 and the dividend by 10. And I move the decimal one place to the right. When I do that, 380 divided by 152 is 2. 2 times 152 is 304. I have 76 as a remainder. I bring down the 0. And this time, 5 times 152 that gives me 760. So I get 0 as a remainder. So now Lance can use 25 gallons of gasoline to drive the 380 miles. So 25 gallons of gasoline will be used to drive the 380 miles. I took that 380 miles and divided by 15.2 to get the 25 gallons of gasoline that will be needed. Now it's time for you to try this type of problem. Pause the video, and when you restart the video, we will look at our solutions and compare them. Okay, so here we have Andrew's car payment is $303.12 a month. The loan is for 60 months. How much will she pay in total for the car? If she took the $303.12 and divided that by 60, we multiply that by 60. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 1 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 0 is 0. Plus 1 is 1. 6 times 3 is 18. So we need 2 decimal places. We're going to have $18,187.20 is the car, is the amount of the loan that she will pay for the car. In part B, we have that if the original price of the car Andrea bought is $14,297.15, how much would she have saved by paying cash? We can subtract the $14,297.15 from the $18,187.20. So we have $18,187.20 minus $14,297.15. Doing the subtraction, we can solve this problem. So 20 cents minus 15 cents will give us the 5 cents. 7 minus 7 is 0. We're going to carry, and we'll have 18 minus 9 is 9. 10 minus 2 is 8. 7 minus 4 is 3. 1 minus 1 is 0. So if she paid by cash, she would have saved $3,890.05. How did you do with that problem? Take a look at my steps. Take a look at your steps and revise your work if you need to. Here's another example of using decimals for problem solving. Joyce bought 2 hardcover books at a swap meet for $1.95. She also bought 3 pairs of jeans for $19.95 each and a set of sheets for $12.95. How much money did she spend at the swap meet? She bought 2 items. Each cost $1.95. She also bought 3 items, 3 pairs of jeans, so that would be 3 times $19.95. And she bought one set of sheets for $12.95. So it looks like she spent about $2 for the books. Looks like she spent about $60 for the 3 pairs of jeans. That's 3 times $20. And it looks like she spent about $13 on the sheets. So it looks like approximately $75. Two times $1.95 or 2 times $2 should be $4. Sorry about that. Two hardcover books would be about 2 times $2, so that should be about $4. So it looks like Joyce spent about $77. Just kind of see what our answer should look like once we do the exact computations. What we need to do by the order of operations is we first need to multiply the 2 times 1.95 and then the 3 times 19.95 and then add the results. So $1.95 times 2 gives us $3.90. That's for the 2 hardcover books. I then want to take $19.95 times 3. The second amount is $59.85 spent on the jeans. So we'll add these 3 amounts, the $3.90 plus the $59.85 plus the $12.95. So the total amount she spent at the swap meet was $76.70. And that's the exact amount that she would pay. And that's close to $77. So I know that I did this calculation correctly. So now here's an example for you to try. Pause the video and solve the problem. And when you come back, we can check our work together. So Levi bought 2 pairs of chinos for $22.50 each. So we need to take 2 times $22.50. Then he bought a pair of jeans for $43.95. And he bought 4 shirts for $8.88 each. We need to take the 2 times the $22.50 and the 4 times the $8.88 and then add $43.97 to that. $22.50 times 2 is $45. $8.88 times 4 that's just $8.88. Sorry about that. $8.88 times 4 so we have $35.52. We need to add the $43.95 to that. So we have $22.50 plus $35.52 plus the $43.97. That should be $45 because I multiplied by 2. I did all that work, right? So I need to multiply the $22.50 by 2 to get that $45. I took the 888 times 4 to get the 35.52, and we need to add the $43.97. When I add these, I get $124.49. Okay. Hopefully our work matches and you're able to find the same answer that I get, the $124.49. The big idea here is we have to multiply first before adding, using the order of operations. Keep working on these types of problems, and I look forward to seeing you very soon.